Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabango. If you're new here, you're welcome to like, subscribe, share and comment. So today we are going to talk about better halves. Better halves. So I know there's a concept of people calling each other better halves, and today maybe I'm going to be bitten off or whatever the case may be because I don't believe in that concept. So I'm just gonna give you an enlightenment of why I don't believe in the concept of better halves, because I feel like it's just, I don't know, it doesn't make logical sense for me. You can't go around calling people your better halves, because that means you are incomplete. Like, you are half, you're incomplete. So this is what I believe in. Before you even, okay, so this concept of better halves, it's usually mentioned in romantic relationships and sometimes in friendships, right? Okay, in friendships it's not really that intense because maybe it's pet name or whatever the case may be. But I've seen it in a lot of relationships whereby people even make affirmations such as "I'm incomplete without you" and stuff like that. And for me, I'm just like, ooh, girl, like, oh boy, what do you even mean? You're incomplete without that person. Because now, if you're going to say you're incomplete with a person, it means when they decide to leave you, you're going to be miserable. And that's not how God created you. Yes, we are human beings and we were meant to relate with each other. But what's important first is you being complete as an individual. If anything, I believe in personally, is individualism. No matter how great we can be of friends, of relationships or whatever, but I'm always a firm believer of saying I need to be complete as an individual. I need to be complete as a singular, so that whenever I'm relating with other people, I'm able to fully pour into their lives, or I'm able to actually fully and clearly embrace them for who they really are, or for the impact they have in my life. Because sometimes, let's make an example. If you are my better half, it means there's something that I'm lacking. And if anything, God created us beautifully in his own image. So you can imagine what that means. So basically it's like you saying God made you incomplete, and it doesn't make sense to me, because it causes a lot of unnecessary drama. Because I'd make an example to say, if you say a person is your better half, right, it means when they break up with you, you are incomplete. You would need another half, and another half is a different kind of person, or whatever the case may be. So it doesn't make any logical sense to me. So I'd like to say, if anything, before you even go and call other people your better halves, before you even go and say you love people, whatever the case may be, ensure that you are complete with self. Ensure that you have confidence. Ensure that you're self-aware. Ensure that you love yourself enough. Because one thing that we don't realize, going into relationships incomplete or not complete in our singleness, causes a lot of drama and a lot of mess. In that you end up giving the person that you're with a burden to actually look after you, a burden to actually nurse your feelings, a burden to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, yes, people around us make us happy, but one thing is, we find happiness in Christ. If you take that whole thing of me being happy or me being joyful and put it in on another human being, then it becomes problematic, because that human being, umuntu, I'd say this in Venice, umuntu ulala ephenduka, and they can wake up tomorrow and feel like, no, I don't like you anymore. So which means, when are you going to be traumatized? You're going to be so miserable. So ensure that before you even go and relate with other people, like, actually, particularly, I'm just talking in a sense of relationships, like romantic, okay, and friendships. Actually, those two dynamics are actually usually complex when people are incomplete, or when people don't have confidence, or when people have self-esteem issues. You find, we will see, now I've given my partner, right, my boyfriend, a burden to look after me, a burden to make me happy, a burden to make me feel confident. And then once I put that burden on them, I now have higher expectations. And if they don't meet those expectations, I become miserable and I don't treat them well. I become a complainer and all of that. So it's important that you're complete in self and you're happy with who you are and you're happy with everything you are. Then you won't expect so much from other individuals, because you know that you're already whole. Because one thing about God, he made us whole. He made us complete in Christ. And us actually succumbing and actually making it seem like it's a joke, whatever the case may be, to say people are better halves or whatever the case may be, it's actually a joke to God. Because I mean, how dare you say you are half without another human being? Because I made you whole. And you would find out that, like, people that believe that other people are their better halves are very insecure. I'll make an example. I've had a scenario where someone, and they didn't vocally say this, but you could see that you have problems, you're incomplete as a human being. So you find Wuti, they're very close to a certain individual, they're very tight, but they end up doing everything that particular individual does so as to actually feel like they fit in with that particular individual. And coming to realize that this stems from the fact that you are not confident with self. You are not self-aware. You have self-esteem issues, like you have a low self-esteem. So work on yourself more than anything. Like, look at things that make you happy before you even relate to the other people, before you even go to the rest of the world. And then make those things habits, so that even when you go into the world and become someone's friend or become someone's boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, someone's best friend, you are a healthy individual. Because also, honestly guys, it's very unfair. I always see this thing, particularly in relationship, and you hear a person saying, yeah, it's his duty, he must, that sense of entitlement. In my head, I'm thinking, dude, do you even like yourself like that? Have you sat down and thought, like, if you don't like yourself enough as a person, how do you expect another individual to like you? Because firstly, you must sit down and tap out of your body, your physical body, and be on the other side and ask yourself, would I like to date myself? Would I like to be my friend? Those kind of things. And if your answer is yes, then you're ready to go to the world and flourish and shine. But if your answer is no, then there's things that you need to work on. There's things that you need to fix. There's toxic traits that you need to look at and fix and polish up. Because you would realize something, and I hate having to say this because I'm not perfect. I have my toxic traits as well. But you'd realize that people that find completeness in other people are very toxic. They think you complete them, but on the other hand, like I'm A, right? There's B. B thinks I'm her better half. I am not aware of that. B ends up doing weird things, like things that overwhelm me as a person, things that actually make me wonder, like, what's wrong with you? Things that push me away, or things that annoy me, or things that are very abusive in nature. Because you find that a person now wants to call you like 50 times, and in my head I'm like, dude, don't you want your space? Don't you want to breathe? And you find a person is stuck up in your face. You can't even go and do something like as an individual, because guys, no matter, I don't care who says what, I don't care what they told you, or if your partner is your best friend, whatever, but if anything, you need to maintain individualism, so that even one day when that person wakes up and feels like, what, you are not what I've been looking for, you are not bitter and sour. Because now most people that actually make breakups very ugly are people that had put all their happiness in the other party and had been dependent on that other party to make them so happy. And now that that other party is leaving, they don't know what to do with themselves, because they themselves can't even make themselves happy. So guys, don't be a toxic individual. If you're in a relationship, look at how, yes, love your partner, yes, be there for them, yes, be their best friend, listen, enjoy them, but also don't be, I don't know the perfect word in English, but ungabi is dina, or like is be the person who embraces individualism. Like a perfect example would be goals. You set goals together with your partner, but you would still need to go back and set your own personal goals, because at the end of the day, you also have a path. You are walking on the same path, you're holding hands together, but your eyes are not seeing the very same thing. Because now you have, let's just say I'm an aspiring lawyer, right? And then maybe my partner is an aspiring communist, and he wants to do something in his career and all of that, and he wants to grow in that. I, on the other hand, I want to grow in that. So we won't have like the same. The goal would be to be successful, but how we go about it would be different, because we're in different professions. That's where individualism come in. I can't now give my partner the button to make me an amazing lawyer, because I need to put in the work as an individual, because that's a path that I've decided to walk on. And at the end of the day, in as much as we may be brought together, we've all been called for different purposes. So you don't be a sabotage to self, or don't be a sabotage to another person's purpose, because when you just want them to follow you or make things way better for you. Every time it's you. Be a selfless person in that you look at yourself and see if you can make yourself happy, and then receive the love you get from your loved ones, from your partners and stuff like that. Don't be that person. You sit there, you are upset at yourself, but you want other people to make you so happy. How do they even do that if you don't know what makes you happy as an individual? So today I want to say, if you're out there thinking you have a better half, you're in for a shock, because God made you whole. Which is why God cannot say, hey, I'm giving you peppers and please go and call Mbali, I need to sit you down. God shows you your vision and he asks you to run with it, and he gives you people to support you, not to act for you. So it's important that you maintain your individualism in relationships, in friendships, in partnerships, in jolo or marriage or whatever the case may be, but maintain your individualism. And also, by maintaining your individualism, don't be that mean person to say, I'm focusing on myself right now, I can't talk to you. No, be nice about it, be kind about it, be loving about it, but also remember that you are an individual, you are your own human. Because even twins, guys, like I have siblings that are twins, like watching them grow, I can see they're two different people. Yes, they love each other and all of that, but they are not codependent on each other, because at the end of the day, they grow and become different people. So it goes back to partnership, friendships and stuff like that. We're all different. We're all called for different purposes. So you cannot give that person that responsibility to complete you, because you can only find it in God. And trust me, I dare you. You can try and put the responsibility of being complete on another individual. You will be unhappy, because when they leave, there's a void. Or you always have that sense of void, because one thing, we're all human beings. We're not always going to be perfect. Today I may wake up being the best girlfriend. Tomorrow I can wake up being the worst girlfriend. That makes me a human being. But with God, God perfects you. God completes you. He makes you whole every single day. There is no day where he's like, okay, today I'm taking a break. I'm not gonna anchor Yvonne. I'm not gonna be there for her, whatever the case may be. So find your completeness in God. Find your relationship with God, and then go and spread the love to other people. Because if you don't love yourself, if you don't love God, I think you are lying to yourself saying you love other people, because it all starts with the relationship you have with God. Because most of the time, I said this to this other friend of mine, that our relationship with God mirrors how we love other people and how we relate to other people. Because people were created by God for other people. We're created for each other to correlate. So if you don't have a standard relationship with God, or you don't love God, like basic love, not even to say you're going to church or anything, but basic love and believing in God, you would always struggle to relate with humanity, because human beings will irritate you, human beings will do weird things, and you'll always be bitter, you won't be able to forgive them, you won't be able to be patient with them and stuff like that. But when you walk with God, you realize that he has given us the fruits of the Spirit. Joyfulness. Joyful meaning you are happy even when things are not going your way. Patience meaning you are not complaining and you're waiting. You are waiting for something. You are expectant, but you are not a complaining human being. We have forgiveness. Are you a forgiving person? We have kindness. Are you nice with other people? I said this the other day. We always laugh with this other friend of mine, that I keep on saying, if we're going to fight, affectionately fight with me. Don't be that horrible person. You're in a misunderstanding and then you're saying horrible things. You're insulting me. Because already that shows you are unkind. I don't care whether yesterday you bought me chocolate, but I see your kindness in situations whereby they are undesirable for you to be kind, but you are still kind. Those kind of things. Those are like a few examples of the spirit of the fruits of the Spirit. So if you walk with God, you know those basics, and when you know those basics, you will be able to apply them in your relationships, and it makes things better. Stop giving the other kids, like other people, let me not say kids, I'm addressing adults, but stop giving other people the responsibility to make you happy, because it's not going to happen. it's going to be short-lived. It's temporary. You'll find pure and complete happiness in God, then you pour unto other people. You know what? Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any input, you can leave your comment down there what you think about better halves, and if you think that the concept of better halves should be embraced, or it does exist, it does good or bad, or whatever the case may be. You are welcome to like, subscribe, share, and comment. You are loved. Lots of love and light. God bless you.